If you don't have money, it's not because life is unfair. It's because you still don't know how money works. Money doesn't go to those who work the hardest or to those in the most need, but to those who know how to manage it well. If you keep killing yourself for a low salary, hoping that fate will help you, I have to tell you something clearly. Money has no pity for anyone. The rich don't work more hours than you, nor are they more intelligent. They just know rules that you don't. And until you learn them, you'll remain a slave to money. I'm going to show you what they never told you about money. Look at your bank account. Check your income. Is it enough? Are you always short on money? It's not because of the economy, the politicians, or high prices. It's because you're following the wrong rules. They told you that working as hard as possible would make you rich. Lie. They promised that saving would bring you peace of mind. Lie. They assured you that a secure job was the solution. Lie. Here's the truth. The rules you follow were designed to keep you stuck in the hole. While you waste your days for a paycheck that barely covers your expenses, there are people growing their fortunes like it's a game. And no, they don't work more hours, nor are they smarter. They just know what you haven't learned yet. The worst part is, the system wants you to stay this way, trapped, afraid, settling for crumbs, because a slave to money never rebels. But today, that changes. I'm going to teach you the 15 rules that make money chase those who master them. And I warn you, once you understand them, you will never see money the same way again. If you keep watching this video, you might begin your rise. If you ignore it, I'll see you in 10 years, in the same hell you're in now. Rule number 1. Massive action defeats fear. If you think that just knowing a lot will make you rich, you've been lied to. Knowledge without action is worthless. You can read every book, watch every seminar, and learn every tactic, but if you don't take action, you're just a spectator. The world is full of very smart people who have no money because they never used what they knew. Fear is the only thing standing between you and success. Fear of failing, of losing what you have, of what others might think of you. The truth is, fear never goes away. The only thing you can do is move forward despite it. Those who succeed aren't the ones who know the most. They're the ones who act the fastest. They don't wait for the perfect moment. They don't look for guarantees. They simply act with intensity and adjust along the way. If you want results, stop overthinking and start doing. It doesn't matter if you don't have everything figured out. It doesn't matter if you fail. What matters is that you take action. While you're hesitating, others are already grabbing the opportunities that could have been yours. You have two choices: keep accumulating information without doing anything, or start taking action and watch how your life begins to change. Rule number 2. Financial education is more important than any academic degree. If you still believe that a university degree is the only thing that can bring you financial success, you're already at a disadvantage. You can have many certificates, but if you don't understand how money works, you'll always end up working for someone who does. Do you really think the owners of big companies hire people with academic degrees because they value their education? No. They hire them because they know those people will spend their entire lives trading their time for money, while the business owners grow their fortune without physical effort. Look around you. Who earns more? The entrepreneur without formal education who knows how to make money, or the employee with a postgraduate degree who depends on a salary? The education system never taught you how to create wealth. It only prepared you to be a good employee. You were trained to follow orders, wait for raises, and believe that the more you study, the more you learn. But they never told you that the ones who truly control the money are those who understand how it works, not the ones with the most diplomas. The rich know this from the beginning. That's why they invest in financial education, not academic degrees. They study how to build businesses, invest, save on taxes, and expand their enterprises. While most people spend years and money on universities, in the end, who has more freedom? Not the one who studied the most, but the one who understood how to make money work for them. So stop thinking you need another course, more degrees, or more certifications. What you really need is to learn about real finances. Learn how to manage money, how to invest, and how to build businesses, because if you don't, you'll spend your life working for someone who did. Rule number 3. You don't need luck, you need a system. If you think rich people got that way by chance, you haven't understood anything. Luck is for those who don't have a strategy. The truly successful don't rely on the unpredictable. They create systems that generate profits no matter what happens. While you're waiting for the perfect moment or the big opportunity, they have machines that guarantee them wins again and again. Look at someone living paycheck to paycheck. Every month they start from zero, hoping their salary will be enough. They don't have a plan. They just repeat the same cycle, waiting for something to change. Now look at the rich. They don't wake up every day needing to make money. They already have tools working for them that create it. Investments, automated businesses, multiple streams of income. They don't depend on luck. They trust their methods. If you keep leaving your money to chance, you'll never be free. You need to create strategies that work for you, even when you're not paying attention. Learn skills that generate income without selling your time. Design systems that bring you money consistently, and stop being a beginner. The powerful don't hesitate, they act. That's the difference between winning and losing in the world of money. Rule number 4. Money is a result, not a goal. If you think that to be rich you just need more money, you're wrong. Money is not something you chase, it's something you attract, and as long as you keep seeing it as the goal itself, you'll stay stuck in the same cycle. Work more, earn more, spend more. Rich people don't think of money as something they need to go get. They know money is the result of solving problems. The bigger the problem you solve, the more money flows to you. That's why entrepreneurs earn millions while others just receive a paycheck. While some are out chasing money, others are creating value and letting the money follow. Let me put it this way. Why would someone pay you? They won't give you money just because you need it or worked hard. You get paid because you solve a problem. That problem could be anything. Entertainment, health, comfort, speed, efficiency. But if you solve it well, the money will come without you having to ask for it. So if you're still chasing money, stop. Start thinking about how you can bring value in a unique way. When you do that, money will simply be a reflection of what you contribute to the world. And once you understand that, money will stop being a problem. Rule number 5. If you earn little, it's because you contribute little. If you complain about earning too little, instead of blaming the world for being unfair, ask yourself what you're really offering. The market doesn't pay you for your effort or good intentions, it pays you for the value you generate. If your bank account is empty, it's because what you offer doesn't hold enough value. Look around. The people earning the most aren't always working the hardest. There are entrepreneurs who make in a single day what others make in a year. There are investors who double their money while you stay stuck in the same routine. Why? Because they solve big problems. Money always flows towards solutions. The bigger the problem you solve, the greater the reward. If all you can do is trade your time for money in a job where anyone could replace you, don't be surprised if they pay you the minimum to keep you there. The market assigns a price based on how replaceable you are. But when you become someone who solves problems that few others can solve, money starts to follow you, without you having to chase it. So stop blaming the government, the economy, or luck. If you want to earn more, become more valuable, learn new skills, solve bigger problems, and stop being replaceable. Rule number 6. Your time is worth nothing if you don't know how to market it. If you still believe that time equals money, you've already failed. Time is only valuable if you know how to sell it well. Most people sell it in the worst possible way, for a fixed salary where someone else decides how much you deserve to earn. If you don't understand how to increase the value of every hour you work, it doesn't matter how many hours you put in, you'll always be trapped in the same prison. The rich don't earn more because they work more. They earn more because they know how to sell, delegate, and scale. They sell their knowledge, their brand, their vision, and most importantly, they don't trade their time for money. While most people exhaust themselves for a paycheck, the rich build systems that generate money even while they sleep. If you rely only on your own effort to make money, you're lost, because the moment you stop working, you stop earning. And that means you'll never be free. The only way to multiply your income without multiplying your effort is to learn to sell the right things, delegate what you don't need to do yourself, and scale what works. Rule number 7. Poor people spend, rich people invest. If you see every purchase as a loss, you have a scarcity mindset. Wealthy people don't waste money, they invest every dollar strategically to make it grow. Here's the key. People with financial problems spend every income on things that don't last. Junk food, unnecessary clothes, the latest phone. Without saving, money comes in, money goes out. Rich people treat every expense as an investment. They put their money into education, businesses, assets, and tools that grow their wealth. Ask yourself this question before every expense. Does this help me grow, or does it make me poorer? If it doesn't help you grow, you're burning your future. Treat money like an ally. Rule number 8. Don't calculate how much you earn. Analyze how you generate it. If your only focus is increasing your income, you've already started at a disadvantage. It doesn't matter whether you make $2,000, $5,000, or $10,000 a month. If you trade time for money, you're still a slave. A better paid slave, sure, but a slave nonetheless. The real issue isn't how much you receive, it's where it comes from. Does it require your daily presence? Does it demand fixed hours? Or does it generate money without you doing anything? That's the difference between financial freedom and a high salary. Successful people don't obsess over adding more numbers. They improve systems. They develop businesses, investments, and automated methods that produce money even when they're not around. They build machines that work for them. Meanwhile, most people stay trapped in the belief that more hours equals more money, never realizing they'll never be free that way. If you want financial independence, forget the numbers and evaluate your time. What percentage of your income comes without your direct effort? If the answer is 0, you're on the wrong path. Start building passive income, and you'll see how money begins working for you, not the other way around. Rule number 9. Money follows speed. Money doesn't wait. It doesn't care if you're not ready, if you're afraid, or if you need more time to think. Opportunities appear and disappear quickly. If you hesitate, you lose. While you're still analyzing whether or not you should make a move, someone else already has, and they're making money from it. The world doesn't reward the overthinker. It rewards the one who acts first. The rich understand this better than anyone. They're not the smartest or the luckiest, they're the fastest. They see an opportunity, run the numbers, and take action before the window closes. They don't wait for the perfect moment because they know it never comes. Meanwhile, most people freeze. They're afraid of losing, of making mistakes, of taking risks. And while they're stuck in indecision, opportunities pass by, and end up in someone else's pocket. Rule number 10. Don't save, invest. If you're just setting money aside for the future without putting it to work, you're losing the game. Money that doesn't move, dies. Hoarding is a poverty mindset. While your money sits in a bank account losing value to inflation, others are multiplying theirs and turning it into real wealth. The rich don't hoard money like squirrels storing food for winter. They make every dollar that comes into their hands have a mission, to multiply. They invest in businesses, assets, and systems that generate more money. That's why their wealth grows without having to work more hours. They don't hoard, they invest. The problem is that you've been taught to see money as something to protect, not something to move. You believe that saving would give you security, but the only real security comes from knowing how to multiply your money. Rule number 11. Don't chase stability, chase freedom. If you still believe a stable job will bring you security, you've already lost. It doesn't matter how much you earn. If all your money depends on a fixed salary, you're still a slave. A paycheck keeps you in a golden cage. It gives you just enough to survive, but never enough to break out of the system. It's a trap. The problem is, you've been programmed to seek stability, when what you truly need is freedom. Rule number 12. 99% of people are slaves to money. Look around you, most people aren't living, they're surviving. They wake up every morning to go to a job they don't like, tolerate bosses, look forward to the weekend, and repeat the same cycle for 40 years, all just to pay bills. They don't work because they want to. They work because if they stop, they run out of money, and that, my friend, is not freedom, it's slavery. The problem is that no one sees it. We were taught this is normal, that this is how life works. Get a job, work hard, pay your bills, and someday you'll retire. But tell me, how many retirees do you know who truly enjoy their lives? Most are barely getting by on a small pension after wasting decades working in the same routine. The rich understand this from day one. If you depend on a salary, you are not free. They don't trade their time for money. They create income that flows whether they work or not. They invest, build businesses, and generate assets that bring in money every month without their constant involvement, while the majority are trapped in the rat race. The wealthy are building the machine that pays them effortlessly. So do yourself a favor. Break free from financial slavery before it's too late. Learn how to earn money without depending on a paycheck. Start building assets. Create income streams that pay you even while you sleep. Because if you don't, I guarantee this, you'll spend the rest of your life working just to pay bills. Rule number 13. Your mindset is your greatest enemy, or your greatest ally. If deep down you believe that money is bad, that it corrupts, or that it's too hard to get, you've already failed. No matter how hard you try, your own mind will find a way to sabotage you, and the worst part is, you won't even notice it. Look at poor people. They criticize the rich. They say the wealthy must have cheated, that money doesn't bring happiness, or that they'd rather live without pressure. But tell me, have you ever seen someone with that mindset become a millionaire? Never. Because their own way of thinking keeps them stuck. If you believe money is negative or hard to obtain, you'll never do what's necessary to have it. The rich think differently. They see money as a tool, something abundant and within reach. They don't see it as a problem. They see it as a game they get better at every day. They change their mindset first, and then the money comes. So stop sabotaging yourself with poverty-driven beliefs. Start thinking like someone who deserves prosperity, and you'll see how everything changes. Rule number 14, make money work for you. If you need to be present every month to receive your paycheck, you're still a slave to money, no matter how much you earn. If your money stops when you stop working, you're not free. You're just an employee with a higher salary. True wealth doesn't come from working more, but from making money work for you, even when you're not watching. The rich understood this from the beginning. Their time is limited, but money is not. That's why they don't focus on earning more through work. They focus on creating income streams that work on their own. They put money into properties, build automated businesses, and create systems that generate money non-stop. They don't trade time for money, they trade money for more money. If you still need your personal effort to earn, you'll never truly be free. The only way to break this slavery is to learn how to build assets, create passive income, and let money do the work for you. When you understand this and apply it, you'll no longer worry about your next paycheck, because the money will keep coming in, even if you do nothing. Rule number 15. Surround yourself with those who have already achieved what you want. If your environment is full of people who complain about the system, think that getting rich takes 40 years of sacrifice, and see money as something bad, guess what awaits you? You will be just like them. Your financial results, your mindset, and your success are mirrors of the people you spend the most time with. Ask yourself, do the people you spend the most time with have what you desire, or are they stuck repeating excuses? If talking about entrepreneurship causes strange looks, if mentioning investments brings warnings about risks, if seeking growth provokes criticism, then you are in the wrong place. Successful people know this. Your network is the best way to reach abundance. By surrounding yourself with successful people, your mind changes, your vision broadens, and you adopt their way of thinking. It's not magic. Their normal becomes yours. If generating wealth is normal in your group of friends, guess what? It will be normal for you too. Leave toxic relationships. If your environment doesn't push you forward, walk away. Connect with people who challenge you to leave mediocrity behind, because changing your environment means changing your financial destiny. Final reflection. These 15 rules are the unwritten manual that the rich apply while others stay stuck in the rat race. You have two paths: 1. Ignore them and stay the same, dependent on a paycheck, victim of circumstances, surrounded by mediocrity, fighting inflation. 2. Apply them and transform your reality: money working for you, quick decisions, powerful relationships, wealth-generating assets. Money follows laws. It only flows to those who understand them. Decide today: will you continue to be part of the system, or will you take control and create freedom? Warning: if you leave this for later, you will watch this video again in 5 years, regretting not having acted today.